Good afternoon everyone and welcome to TIO Stadium in Darwin for this round 3 Women's Premier League clash between the Tiwi Bombers and the PINT Queen Ants. Tiwi had a close loss to Waratah last weekend. We're looking to bounce back, and PINT have opened the season in fashion that we've become accustomed to as the displaying the talents of the powerhouse club that they've been over the last number of years. My name's Stu Davis. I'm joined in commentary today by Darren Habits. Welcome, Darren.
Thank you, Stuart.
It should be an interesting game. This 12 o'clock fixture potentially suits Tiwi a bit more than PINT, although we know that they're a quality side and they can play in any of the conditions. Before we kick off, I've just got an apology to make publicly from last week's broadcast of the PINT game. Some information came to me which I repeated on air, which ultimately turned out to be incorrect information. It related to Steph Lawrence and the fact that she had been training at another club during the pre-season. It turns out that wasn't true, and it was my mistake for not checking the information that I had. So I understand that it's been subject of social media conversations during the week. So if those comments have caused any stress or embarrassment or distraction for Steph and the PINT Football Club, I certainly apologise to everyone involved, and hopefully we can move on now. But PINT have looked good in their first 2 games, Darren, and you'd expect them to come out pretty strongly at the start here.
They'll come out strong. Tiwi won the toss going towards the airport end. No great advantage there, Stewie. The breeze is gusting across the oval.
So from the start of the game, Jazz Hewitt doing the ruck work for PINT. She was beaten that time in the contest by Sarah King, who tried to take it out of the air but got wrapped in the tackle. And we'll have a restart in the middle ground. King again, too strong, and takes it, gets her kick to the ball down towards half forward. This time Eilish Grundon in front looked to be dragged without the ball. That's the way the umpire's seen it, and she got full of energy already as she quickly moves the ball to the outer side of the ground. The bounce in the end favours McQuinney, but just slipped out of her hands as she tried to clear it forward. Steph Lawrence playing up the ground a long way to start the game, forces the ball forward, but there's going to be a Tiwi free kick here just backward of the centre circles.
Lots of energy started off with Tiwi.
So the kick into the middle of the ground, and big Sarah King again gets another possession, got the hand pass out, and Tiwi are inside forward 50 for the first time. Nicely taken, and a clever turn by Alana Coombs, kicks it long to the top of the goal square. PINT are back in numbers. Grundon in there again. This time she's in trouble, I think. Tried to break one too many tackles, and the ball slipped out in the tackle. It's a good tackle by Tanisha John Forrest, and she'll have the chance to get the first score of the game from directly in front. Player on the mark about 20 metres out. Kick from John Forrest on the way, looks good. It's gone all the way through, so that's the start that Tiwi would have been looking for. And I've got to say, Darren, that they look to be on early here. They've had the ball in their forward half more than PINT, and as you said, look like they've got plenty of energy.
Brought a lot of excitement there in the first 2 or 3 minutes of this game, and Tiwi taking advantage with King in the ruck. And she's won the first ruck, and they've actually brought it into the forward line very well there.
Yeah, so a bit of a challenge for Jazz Hewitt. She's used to having it all her way in the ruck contest in the NTFL. This time she's appealing for a free kick, but I think you'll find, Jazz, that was perfectly legal under current rules. Can work across the line and take your body of your opponent, so some work to do. Nicely taken by Kennedy McNamara with the quick clearance out wide, but Tiwi first to the ball at ground level as coming up was Sophie Casey, and we'll have another restart. King and Hewitt do battle again. McNamara trying to burst through, got tackled and got the hand pass out, and now it spills here to Taylor Hill, who got the hand pass out wide but didn't hit the target, and Tiwi just trying to force it along the ground, but some desperate work by Hill again. Picks the ball up, has it stripped out of her hands in the end, and the hand pass comes out to Duff, who's met pretty solidly and hits the ground, and the free kick's going to be paid here, so it'll come back for a PINT free kick to Alex Duff.
PINT's are currently working numbers free there, Stewie, in the forward 50.
So the hand pass to McNamara wasn't that much of an advantage, I don't think, and in the end she had to kick under pressure, and it was chopped off at half-back, and Tiwi the chance to go forward again. It's out over the top of the goalkeeper kicker, John Forrest, trying to run onto it, but coming up from half-forward was Tippin Woody, who found a player inboard, and that's good use of the football, and it's taken by McNaughton, but her kick is chopped off by Steph Lawrence across half-back, who spreads it wide. Got McWhinney on the run out there on the outer wing. She picks up now and chips the ball forward, but on the bounce, Hewitt comes in, gives it back to McWhinney by hand, and again back over to Hewitt, who kicks inside forward 50, but it's close to the boundary line on the outer side there. Nicely taken by Casey for Tiwi, and they find a way to clear again, but Hewitt again just chipping in, getting in the way with a long reach, and takes a nice mark, waste no time, kicks inside forward 50, and that's a big mark taken there by Brooklyn Craft. Waste no time. She's got players in the corridor at the top of the goal square. One of those is Alex Duff, but I think in taking the mark and playing on, she's celebrating, but the goal umpire signalled that that was touched off the boot.
Exactly what PINT are very good at getting players free.
Yeah, quick ball movement, got it there. So Tiwi bringing it out from defence, and Sarah King heavily involved in the game early here. It's, as is Steph Lawrence, who takes the mark, tries to run on, gets pushed off the ball, and has been called holding the ball. Tiwi wasting no time, going straight down the ground. Rosie Wilson, but it's chopped off this time by Zoe Clark for PINT. She's got a target out there, was outnumbered, but nicely done by McWhinney to take that mark under pressure, and she kicks out wide and finds her teammate McNamara, who kicks inside forward 50, but this time chopped off in defence, and Tiwi looking to work it around the outer side of the ground.
It's gone a bit flat here, Stewie. Tiwi girls are just flat in the feet.
Rita Lippo it was, who kicks it long, gets it over the top of the leading players. Tiwi a chance to run onto it, but PINT well organised around the ball. Use it by hand to try and clear it out, but again Tiwi coming in with numbers to put pressure on. Tassone that time just got slung out of the way, and almost a throw there, but play on's a call, goes to the advantage of Lawrence. She gets it out wide, and quick kick towards centre half forward from McNamara, but again strong defence from Tiwi, but Casey got bundled, and Smith it was, got bundled over, and the kick was smothered, but she's in there again fighting for it as Cass Blake eventually gets tackled with the ball, and we'll have a ball up. So about just outside forward 50 for PINT here. Hewitt this time works her way to the front, gets hands to the ball, and a stray arm over the shoulder, so she'll win herself a free kick.
And PINT straight up working to get the seat.
Punched away from behind, but well read off hands by Duff. Hand pass as she was tackled, and Lawrence coming in now, tried to kick off the ground, had an air shot which allowed Tiwi to bring it away. McNamara runs onto it, but she runs straight into two Tiwi players and gets bundled to the ground. The ball spills out wide, and Tiwi work it away outside of defensive 50, but it's picked up nicely by Blake, who kicks inboard, and again that tall target of Brooklyn Craft reaches up and takes a strong mark. Saw Brooklyn Craft in the game last week. She was really impressive, does some chop out work in the ruck for Jasmine Hewitt, but presents a strong target up forward as well.
Tiwi working very well out of the back 50 at the present stage, nice and strong.
Kick from Craft on the way, it's swinging back, it's going right to the line, but just misses to the right hand side.
Points still haven't found the middle of the goals yet.
So Tiwi bring it in short into the back pocket. And now the long kick out close to the boundary line, but well positioned out there is Tahini Thompson, who takes the mark all by herself just inside the boundary line. And she kicks it down the line. Eilish Grundon comes across and on the second grab takes a nice intercept mark and then swings around and boots it down towards half forward, but knocked away from behind again. And Tiwi with some numbers work it nicely, and the kick comes along the line, getting her hands on the ball close to the boundary line as Wilson got the hand pass forward, and to Coombs. Her kick was smothered and nicely tidied up defensively by Clark, who got it across to Hill, and she finds McNamara just forward of the wing, switches into the centre corridor now looking for Kraft, but right with her this time was Sarah Darcy, punched it away and forced the ball forward as a hand pass over the top in hope, but there's no one there for Tiwi, and tidied up by Clark, but her kick is chopped off in the middle of the ground by Sarah Darcy. Darcy with that long left foot goes straight down the middle of the ground, and that's a great mark, reaching high and taking it in the hands for Tiwi inside forward 50, and they've got a chance here again. Is this Tipungwuti or is it Rhiannon Bush? Might be Bush, I think. Or it could be Hilda Maureen, who it is. She goes with a big torp and it's going all the way through. What a goal that is. She's kicked that from 40 metres. It was low and flat, but had plenty of power behind it. And Tiwi, all of a sudden, have the first 2 goals of the game on the board. And sorry for missing you first time, Hilda, but we won't miss you again. That was a terrific mark and a terrific finish.
Nice torpedo, 40 metres out. Got to be happy with that. That's putting the pressure on Points now. In the centre there, King is certainly putting great work in there as a ruck and actually giving him the opportunity to win the ball.
Yes, she has, and getting Tiwi going forward, and some strong efforts in defence are keeping PINT out. So it's a 10-point margin in favour of Tiwi as we go past 10 minutes in this first quarter. But again, Tiwi first hands on the ball in the middle of the ground and go inside 50 again. It gets over the back. PINT will be first there through Sophie Chow, but she couldn't clear it away, and now get some support from McWhinney, but Tiwi with numbers in there, just trying to work it out. Quick hand pass forward, misses the target, and McWhinney brings it away and kicks it outside of defensive 50. But going to have to work for it at ground level, because Tiwi have got this pretty well covered as Sophie Casey gets the hand pass inboard and then follows up again, picks the ball up. She gets tackled straight away by Jazz Hewitt, and it'll be a ball up inside the centre square.
Good work there by the Tiwi girls coming out of the 50.
Hewitt just slung a bit as she got that hand pass away. Again, Tiwi at ground level this time. Tipamanda Mary with something of a hand pass. It comes back to John Forrest, who gets it over the top to Sarah King, who kicks long inside forward 50, but Eilish Grundon read that, was touched on the way through, so she had to bang it out and straight down the throat of Tiwi's Tahini Thompson, who marks just outside forward 50. She's looking for leads coming forward, tumbles a kick forward. It's an awkward one to get hold of, and now trickles out towards the boundary line. Attacking it strongly there was Jelena Tipungwuti, but wasn't able to keep the ball in play.
That's a good win on Tiwi's behalf in the forward pocket there, deep in the forward pocket. Here's a good opportunity, Tiwi, to get in front. A bit of hard work now.
Hewitt doing the ruck work in front, flips it over the back. Grundon was waiting for it, but the bounce didn't favour her. It comes into the hands of Tipamanta Mary. She got the hand pass as she was tackled, and now Hewitt running away out of defence. Calls for players to lead to her, got tackled. Lucky not to be penalised there. The ball just dribbled off her foot as PINT come in some numbers, and a quick kick forward again, but Tiwi well set up behind the ball as it's picked up by Bush, but she had the ball stripped out of her hands, but nonetheless her teammate kicks it forward, but Jazz Hewitt read it beautifully, takes the mark, and she's off and running through the centre square now, looking for a lead to come forward, but that one's missed the target. It's just too long out the back and tidied up by Maxwell for Tiwi. Got the hand pass across to Darcy. Darcy goes straight back down the middle of the ground where big Sarah King is waiting. Her hand pass was astray, and PINT the chance to go forward again through Casey Griffiths, but there's players bundled over everywhere there at the fall of the ball, and PINT again with hands on it. Get to Lawrence. Lawrence swings the ball around inside forward 50. It ricochets back to Griffiths, who hand passes forward. Again, not finding a target, and Tiwi bring it away out of defence. Sarah King there having to do all the work for Tiwi, and she looks a bit weary in the hot conditions today as she manages to get the kick forward, and it's well done by Tipper Mantameri at ground level inside the centre square. Nicely controlled by Rosie Wilson, and the Tiwi have got it inside their forward 50. Bit of phone interference there, Daz. I don't know what was going on. Siri wanted to talk to me, but we've got a ball up inside forward 50, getting close to quarter time. We're playing under extreme heat conditions today. We'll talk about what those rules are at the quarter time break, but there's a free kick being paid here, and this time it's going the way of PINT in the back half, and they'll have the chance to steady, but it's Tiwi making all the running in this first quarter. The kick comes out, and the mark nicely taken by Brooklyn Craft. She goes in short and finds her teammate Taylor Hill. Her kick's not the best, and it's chopped off. All that looks like a high tackle. Play on one umpire's calling play on, the other's calling high. Might have ducked the head a little bit, but yeah, it was pretty solid tackle high, and she's struggling to get up off the ground at the moment. Might be Rita Lippo.
Yeah, the first time PINTs have brought the ball into their forward 50, their 50's rolling all the way forward, but not making their legs back and giving the opportunity to someone to kick to. That's helping the Tiwi girls in the back line bring the ball out and move it fast. That Tiwi are very good at doing, playing that ball fast.
Yeah, just keeping an eye here because potentially she could have taken her free kick, but there'd have been no chance of scoring from there. Still in the hands of the trainers, and in the end the umpires have got confirmation that the kick won't be taken. So it's a great start to this game by the Tiwi Bombers. They've got 2 goals on the board. PINT 2 points with the work to do in the second quarter. We'll be back with the second quarter after this short break.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. Came for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot and it's clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up.
top-end footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Goal! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top-end footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium for the second quarter of this round 3 Women's Premier League clash between Tiwi Bombers and PINT. It's a great start for Tiwi, holding a 10-point lead at quarter time. Just before we go on, all games this weekend being played under extreme heat provisions. We've got forecast temperatures of 37 degrees or so over the weekend. So in the women's competition, obviously starting with this game today, the quarters are shortened from 18 minutes to 15 minutes, and the quarter and 3/4 time break lengths extended out to 8 minutes. So, and the players obviously using the air-conditioned change rooms at the quarter-time breaks as well. So a bit of relief for them here at TIO Stadium. But there is a breeze out there, so that will help them a bit to cool off. But we're back ready to go. And again, these two doing battle in ruck as Sarah King takes it out of the ruck again, but ran straight into an opponent. Ball squirts out wide through the hands. It comes out to Tipamanta Mary, who kicks long inside forward 50 for Tiwi. But solid defensive work. Under pressure though, Tiwi just paddle it out through Jasmine Cunningham, but eventually comes out to Rosie Wilson, who kicks down towards full forward. McWhinney working hard to punch the ball away, kicks off the ground in the end. She's got a couple of teammates there, but they all left the ball behind initially. A quick kick comes out wide, close to the boundary line. Again, Tiwi with the outnumber if they can get control of the football here. Some support comes in now from PINT defenders, and it gets wrapped up on the ground for a ball up just inside the forward 50 near the boundary line.
In that ruck competition to start, they put pressure on King straight up.
This time Hewitt coming over the top, punches it away over the boundary line. It'll be the boundary throw-in.
I think they've worked out that she might have a little bit of an advantage over Jazz here in the ruck competition.
And of course, PINT, a couple of important outs. Rennie Hicks, the normal captain, is not playing today, and she's usually instrumental in that clearance work around the centre. A couple of other names as well. Lucy Hamilton, Casey Morris and Riley Huppert's all out this week, so they'll be missing those as Tiwi at ground level through John Forrest got a hand pass inboard. There's a cluster of players around the ball here as it's brought in underneath. But having said that, Tiwi have got a few players themselves missing. Frida Purantara Mary, Jamie Lee Port Jimmy and Arthurina Maureen, so some quality players missing for Tiwi as well as they bring the ball inside forward 50 again. Eilish Grundon caught with the ball there, but umpire Aaron Crouch says no prior opportunity, and it'll be a ball up. Hewitt this time winning the hit out against Hilda Maureen. And we'll have another stoppage here. So Sarah King just sitting back off the ball a bit for this stoppage inside forward 50. Maureen, ball slipped out of her hands as she got tackled, and again it's a bit of a scrum in there as Taylor Hill gets wrapped up with the ball, and another ball up. Hewitt wins the hit out and then does the roving as well. Got the hand pass up and allowed PINT to get a quick kick out. This one's going close to the boundary line. Steph Lawrence comes across and just gets a touch on it before it goes over the line, so it'll be a throw in again.
Tiwi had had an extra 2 or 3 players in that forward 50 as the defensive trying to get it out. Tiwi did a great job putting pressure on them.
Hewitt in front this time, won the hit out. It squirts out towards the boundary line. Nicely picked up by James, who got the hand pass forward, and McNamara goes long. It bounces inside forward 50, but Tiwi getting back there first. Nicely controlled by Sarah Darcy, and she runs away. Kicks long down the line. It's close to the boundary line. Getting hands to the ball there was Sophie Casey up against Ellen Pinnock, but the ball spills off hands and over the boundary line for a throw-in.
That stoppage, I would say, is a good win for Tiwi at that point. Let them settle and get a bit of pressure back on the ball now.
Hewitt just outbodies her opponent this time. Gave the hand pass to McNamara. She got caught with the ball, but able to get the hand pass free. Oh, beautifully done by Jazz Hewitt. Picked the ball up, spun, and now a hand pass forward while she's falling. Steph Lawrence makes a bit of room for herself, kicks towards goal. It's falling short as Kraft down there got hands to the ball, but had it knocked away, and eventually they just wrestle it over the boundary line right next to the behind post for a boundary throw in. So a big chance for PINT here. It's going to be Kraft doing the ruck work as Hewitt sits off behind the play. Kraft in front, takes the ball but gets tackled as she tries to kick. Play on's the call as Tiwi try to work it out of their defensive area. They kick it straight down towards Hewitt there, but King coming over the top, got a punch away. Oh, there's it's pretty willing down there as players come in over the top, and again some strong work there from Hewitt. Quick kick comes in, it's taken. Mark's being claimed, but only went about 5 metres, but Amy Smith showed enough with her footwork to get out of trouble, and her kick found Jasmine Cunningham, and now they're off and running again as Casey kicks long down towards half forward. John Forrester's there, but she got worried out of it, and now the reinforcements come for PINT as they try to work it out of defence. Cunningham almost a throw there, but play on's the call as PINT work it through the hands and then eventually get a kick away. McNamara out here by the wing, kicks it forward. She's got a player running in off the bench here, Casey Griffiths, but beaten to it by Darcy. Her kick was smothered and rebounds to Pinnock. Pinnock has McNamara out wide. She takes it and has a player clear forward. Steph Lawrence that was. Spilt a mark which you'd normally expect her to take, and that's put PINT under pressure close to the boundary line out here, and Tiwi come in with numbers, and once again Sarah Darcy involved. She's been terrific off half back for Tiwi so far today.
Certainly has put really good pressure on PINTs.
So King with the hit out, but no control at ground level. I think it's come off the boot here, so it's going to be a PINT free kick for last touch out of bounds, and it'll be Lily Gill who has a spare player in Brooklyn Kraft right on the 50. Kraft looking to move it quickly now, kicks long towards the goal square. Hewitt's there, but she's outnumbered 3-1, and what best she could do was make it come to ground, but once again Darcy in defence for Tiwi clears it away, and that's a beautifully weighted kick and a well judged mark, and Tiwi the chance to go forward again through Wilson, but PINT set up behind the ball, just bang it straight back as now at ground level. It's again a wrestle for the ball in there. Cass Blake involved putting the pressure on with Amy Smith for Tiwi, and it's a ball up. It's time Kraft doing the ruck work up against King, and eventually they work it through the hands, and the kick forward from Taylor Hill has floated over the boundary line on the full, so some relief for Tiwi down there. We've gone 7.5 minutes in this second quarter without any score being added.
No, both sides are trying to find the scoreboard at this present stage. Tiwi with a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, Maxwell's kick just got over the top of the target there and chopped off by Gill, who chips it forward, but again it's Tiwi with numbers at ground level as Thompson kicks it into space in the centre of the ground, but PINT have got the numbers there. And pass comes across to Grundon. Grundon kicks it out into space again on the outer side of the ground. It's a one-on-one contest, and McNaughton for Tiwi tried to get the hand pass to Tipperman Mary, but it comes back to McNaughton now. She's under some pressure, so she goes backwards and inboard. This could be a dangerous spot because Jazz Hewitt's lurking there. She picks up, tries to break away, got the jumper tagged and had to hand pass. It comes back to her now. She's got space, kicks towards goal, but didn't have enough elevation on that. And once again, it was Sarah Darcy working back there as the goalkeeper this time. Got a hand to it and forced it over for a behind.
Yeah, I would have thought Jazz would have had enough time there, Hewitt, to just settle and take that kick, put herself under pressure, and yeah, put it behind.
So Darcy will bring the ball back into play. Just jogs off with a bounce and kicks out wide. It's a well-directed kick and finds a teammate out wide on the outer side of the ground, and Tiwi just happy to slow things down again at the moment, but this kick is chopped off and PINT will bring it back in as the kick comes across towards the centre corridor here. Good use of the body. The ball gets over the back. Maxwell just paddles it forward and picked up in defence by McNaughton, who clears out wide, but first to the ball there will be Taylor Hill. She's under some pressure, squirts it out into some open space where it's kicked off the ground. There's a kicking in danger free kick being paid here against Casey, and it's going to go to Jasmine Hewitt, and she'll be kicking from about 40 metres out.
Slight advantage with the breeze, but not a big advantage there, Stu. Hopefully she can take her time and settle a bit, take a couple of big deep breaths. She's done this a few times.
She has. We know she can be a powerful kick. She's backing herself here, just off a couple of steps. The kick looks long. Distance is okay, but it's floated away and just scrapes through for her behind. So PINT starting to threaten the scoreboard now, but still unable to get that first goal on the board. So just waiting for the ball to be retrieved from over the fence. Got no spectators crazy enough to be out in the sun in the outer today, Darren.
No, she's a bit warm out there at 36. Tiwi need to get a few players on the roll now to try and get a free ball.
Sarah Darcy coming grandstand side this time. Ball gets over the back of the pack there, trying to force it forward. It's off hands in the end and over the boundary line. And some good defensive work again by Zoe Clark for PINT. It's a boundary throw in, and it's going to be Kraft doing the ruck work for PINT. Up against Stacey for Tiwi. Picked up off the ground and hand passed inboard by Gill, but across half back. Tiwi with the chance. The hand pass from Amy Smith was probably unnecessary, but fortunately it ricochets into the hands of Thompson. They're trying to work it in close. Again, Tippermanta Mary breaks away now and kicks towards half forward. Zoe McWhinney read that best initially. The bounce hasn't really favoured her, but she's still working hard over the ball. Gets some support from her PINT teammates now as the kick comes back. But again, off hands, slips over the top. McNamara trying to burst through and force it forward. She eventually gets there, but gets wrapped up in the tackle from Rhiannon Bush. And it's a stalemate and a ball up again.
Good pressure off half back there from Rhiannon Bush. Straight to the ball and tackled the player cleanly.
So this time it's Stacey wins the hit out, but PINT will get first hands on it at ground level, close to the boundary line again. A quick kick comes forward as trying to get through the traffic was Alana Coombs, and eventually she was tackled, and Kennedy McNamara has been pretty busy in the game so far today. Wins the free kick. A kick inboard, looked like it might have been chopped off, but just floated a bit too long for the interceptor, and now PINT trying to work it through the hands, through the teammates there, but just can't find anyone in space as it comes back, picked up by Blake. He gets the hand pass out wide. McNamara again almost had the jumper pulled without possession of the ball there, and that's the way that it's been seen. And Kennedy McNamara once again will take the free kick. This time goes longer down towards half forward, coming out strongly and taking the ball in the hands was Alex Duff. She's got a spare player inboard, gives us plenty of height, and coming across, Maxwell did beautifully to get a hand to it and then get it over the top to Tippermanta Mary. She thought about playing on, but in the end just steadied up, and she's got big Sarah King here, just out of her reach to take the mark, but managed to control it on the bounce. And Kathleen Cunningham got the kick forward, but at ground level, ball was almost dropped out of the hands by John Forrest. PINT coming in numbers, but again, Tiwi managed to wrestle the ball away, and Amy Smith backs into some trouble there, but gets it to the advantage of Rita Lippo, who tried to paddle it in front of herself. Some solid contact once again as the kick comes forward. But Eilish Grundon is going to be first there for PINT, but tackled as she went to hand pass the ball. But they managed to thump it forward again. But once again, Maxwell coming up from half-back takes a terrific intercept mark.
Tiwi are ending up with players free as PINT's trying to find the football.
Yeah, PINT perhaps just trying to overuse it a bit at the moment rather than getting it forward and getting field position. But Tiwi have got it at centre half forward at the moment. As clock ticks down close to the half-time break, so it's hard to imagine there'll be any more scoring from here as from the ball up. King gets a tap to the ball, but across half-back it's picked up again through the hands. Oh, the kick smothered. Here's a chance at ground level, but it's a PINT free kick. But the siren goes anyway, so a goalless quarter there, and just the 2 points added from PINT. But gee, it's been a tough contest, Darren, and both teams giving it their all, and Tiwi standing up so far in the first half.
Yeah, very much so, Stu. The Tiwi girls have done a great job on pressure. Their disposal isn't the greatest, but they're running in numbers, and that's helping them get the ball into that forward 50.
Yeah, that's right. And as I mentioned just before, just feel that PINT overusing a bit, trying to work it through the hands, which is admirable, but they're in traffic all the time and need to get the ball out into some space going forward and give themselves a chance. But we'll see how things get adjusted for the second half with going into the half-time break. It's Tiwi by 8 points. We'll be back shortly.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. King for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this clean. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Bring it back,
Top End Footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of Territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Go! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top End Footy. Nothing comes close.
Welcome back to TIO Stadium for the third quarter of this round 3 TIO NTFL Women's Premier League game between Tiwi and PINT, and we've got a terrific game on our hands. Margin at half-time 8 points, and Tiwi with the only 2 goals on the board. I'm Stu Davis. I'm joined by Darren Habits, and we've got a real contest on our hands, Daz.
Yeah, we have here, Stu. Bit of a change up in the ruck. We've got Brooklyn Craft going in to put a bit of pressure on Sarah King from Tiwi, that's had most of the ball.
Yeah, she's had a great game today, Sarah King, and Craft gets first touch in the middle, but at ground level it's Tiwi first hands on the ball until it's caught in underneath, and Tegan McCarty coming in off the wing just had the ball trapped in underneath her. So Jazz Hewitt is in the centre there, but just not doing the ruck work at the moment. So a bit of a change up there as McCarty comes in again, gets the hand pass out, and McWhinney breaks away now, kicks long down towards half forward, but beautifully read. And hadn't she played some sort of game? Sarah Darcy at half back for Tiwi takes the intercept mark, kicks long out towards the wing. It's bouncing into some space, good use of the body, but again strong tackling sees the ball spill over the boundary line, and it'll be another boundary throw in.
Sarah Darcy from half back out of Tiwi has been so dominant. She's saved them multiple times today, Stu.
Yeah, terrific. Her third season with Tiwi with VFLW experience, so she's been a great warrior for them. Now McWhinney swings the ball around but didn't get much purchase on it, and King gets the kick forward, beautifully trapped down there by Rosie Wilson, but her kick smothered as well, and now trying to force it forward, Palapamini there, but again just overran the ball, and Grundon gets a kick out of defence. There's a kick off the ground. This will be a PINT free kick, a lasso free kick I would think here, and that's the way it's going to be paid, and Eilish Grundon will take the free kick between half back and wing, just in front of the grandstand. Plays on inboard, has a bounce, and now thumps it long back outwards, and we've got a spare player there picked up nicely by Duff, and she ducks around and now kicks high towards half forward. Getting her hands to it was Casey Griffiths, couldn't quite hold on to the mark, still battling for it on the ground as Sophie Casey got tackled with the ball. It spills out to Cass Blake, and now here's a chance for Kennedy McNamara running into some space, kicks down towards goal. It's bouncing, but bounces just the wrong side of the goalpost as far as PINT are concerned, and through for a behind.
PINT worked very hard in the forward 50 there, Stu, to try and find the sticks. Didn't work out.
Yeah, so they've got Steph Lawrence down there now, and started the game up the ground a bit, so it's probably a better option for them as Casey has the mark for Tiwi out at half back. She's got Hewitt on the mark. She tries to get around. She's going to be in trouble here and caught with the ball, so Jazz Hewitt ever alert out there. Now wastes no time, plays on quickly, hooks it high inside forward 50. Ball spills out the back and to the favourite 2, but this one's going to be chopped off. Oh, the mark just spilt by Duff, and now she's under pressure as she tries to force it forward to the advantage of a teammate. Quick kick out is taken by Craft. Her hand pass misses the target, and it's a chance for Tiwi to run away again off half back. Clever evasive skills, and they work it over the top. Kick comes down into the centre of the ground where Cunningham at ground level gets a quick kick forward. Is a chance for Tipamanta Mary, but she got tackled as she tried to force it forward. Big King comes in now, picks up, throws it on the boot, gets it down towards half forward, and running onto it is Tipamanta Mary. She's run into some space. She's still running, kicks long towards goal, oh, and just bangs it into the left-hand goalpost for a behind. But wow, exciting fast football from the Tiwi Bombers.
Beautiful play into the forward 50 there, Stuart. Showed exactly what they can do when they get hot.
And Sarah King there, just, you know, we talked about PINT overusing the ball. just picked it up, forced it forward, out into some space, give her teammates a chance. I think that's the clue for the bigger players as Grundon runs away out of defensive goal square, has a bounce, loses it a bit. It's not the most efficient bouncing style you've seen, but effective in the end as she gets it away outside of defensive 50. And again, it's stacks on the mill and another ball up.
Tiwi working hard. They're putting points under pressure in this.
So again,
sorry, Stu, in the ball up there, they're putting them under pressure, and points are panicking a little bit. Just need to settle.
So they've worked it out of the congestion there, out into some space, and now if they can get it over the top, they've got some players with a chance. And Jazz Hewitt, one of those, comes in and picks up and kicks long inside forward 50. But again, it's Sarah Darcy reading it beautifully and taking the mark. She chips the ball inboard to her teammate McNaughton, who's got a bit of space. She kicks wide down grandstand side here. It's a one-on-one contest, and using her body well there for Tiwi was John Forrest, who had a couple of bounces, kicked it forward, and here's another chance for Tiwi. The kick towards goal by Maureen once again, this time a drop punt, but just misses it off to the side. So starting to get some more scoring opportunities again, Tiwi now, but just two chances they've had have just missed.
Starting to show their confidence over points now. Certainly starting to get some football.
So Grundon again with a couple of bounces, kicks long down the middle of the ground, but again just well read in the middle by Tassone, and she chips it forward just a little bit too long for King, who got fingertips to it, but Zoe Clark came in and took it away to the outer side of the ground, where it's kicked forward by Breeze James. Steph Lawrence cleverly gets a hand pass back inboard to Blake. Blake goes down towards centre half forward, it bounces in between players down there and battered away, but Tiwi first hands on the ball, long sweeping hand pass forward, but chopped off by McNamara for a PINT. She just stands and then delivers forward. It's a good looking kick and finds Zoe McWhinney forward of the ball at centre half forward. She hand passes off to McNamara, who kept running, and now Steph Lawrence under pressure gets a boot to the ball. It's rolling in towards goal, but once again it's just offline and through for a behind. So the Tiwi defenders really working overtime down there, but keep putting pressure on PINT. There's no easy shots at goal today for them.
No, the back six of Tiwi are working very well together, helping each other out all day.
So the long kick outside of defensive 50, and King working at ground level causes a stoppage. King was looking at her opponent, Hewitt, at that time. Hewitt got her hand to the ball, but it's a scramble for it at half forward. Umpire giving him plenty of time to get it out, and it eventually does. And Tiwi kick it forward towards the centre of the ground, but it's just bobbling around in there as they try to bring it away. Eventually Tucker gets a kick out to a player in space, Cass Blake. She's under pressure now as she picks the ball up, got a quick hand pass forward, slick hand pass from Pinnock inboard, but just a bit too quick for a teammate, I think, and Tiwi bring it away again into the centre of the ground as chopping across once again with Zoe Clark. Couldn't go with the ball this time, and Tiwi, some good footwork and use of the ball through the hands, sees it forward. Grundon down there looked like she had an arm over the shoulder, and she'll take that free kick. Played it well, just parked herself in front of her opponent, Hilda Maureen, and won herself the free kick.
It was a very easy free kick too, Stu. Put herself under pressure there. Turned it straight back over to Tiwi though.
Yeah, just in between two teammates there, and Maria Tupamantameri took the mark. She's called to play on now. That suits her, so she's off and running, has a bounce, kicks long inside forward 50. This one's going to bounce over the boundary line going inside 50, so it'll be
points free kick.
I'm not sure what that's about. Should be a boundary throw in, I would have thought, because it's inside the forward 50. Discussion between field umpire and boundary umpire. I think the field umpire is trying to convince the boundary umpire to throw it in. No.
That looks like the boundary umpire has won the discussion here.
Yeah, there'll be one to talk about at umpires training during the week as PINT work it out of defence. Kick inboard, but just straight into the hands of Tanisha John Forrest. John Forrest kicks long inside forward 50 now, off hands, ball to ground. Maureen tries to hook it back and now comes back to her. She gets knocked over before she can pick the ball up. Grundon working hard and she gets wrapped up eventually by Thompson for Tiwi, and it'll be a ball up again.
Tiwi need to set up on this side of the ball, on the Mararine side of the ball to keep it in.
So PINT just trying to work it out. McNamara at ground level. Ball spills out and it's brought away close to the boundary line again, but well read by Sarah King. And she takes the mark just inside the boundary line. She'll thump it back in now, goes long inside forward 50, hands to the ball, but spills out to the side. And Maureen picks up and swings around, this time bouncing inside the boundary line, and this time will be a boundary throw in. Surely.
Yeah, it has to be.
It was kicked from inside the 50, bounced and went out of bounds inside the 50.
Tiwi starting to get a bit of advantage with the breeze here. The breeze is starting to help them out in this last quarter, so we need to score here.
Yeah, that's right. You'd think they'd, with a chance here, they'd love to get another goal on the board. No one got their hands to it in the ruck as a quick kick out from Tucker. Got it into space. She tries to kick off the ground, but almost fell over the ball as Tiwi players burrow in at ground level trying to work it out. We've gone 11.5 minutes in this third quarter. The ball camped inside Tiwi's forward 50 at the moment as Tippermantle Mary does the ruck work. Got something of a touch to it and a quick kick came in but never threatened the goal and through for another behind. So again, just behinds scored by either team in this third quarter. Coming grandstand side this time over the back. Mark not taken, but Jazz Hewitt's there at ground level, gave it back to Grundon. She swings around and talks the ball down the wing, but beautifully read again by Sophie Casey. She chips it inboard and finds her teammate Sarah Darcy. She's got a spare player in the middle of the ground, and it's nicely done to Amy Smith, I think that is.
And the back six has pushed their way up and working so well together.
So the long kick forward, it gets over the back. Here's a chance for Tippermantle Mary. Goes backwards to Smith. She gets a hand pass forward as she's tackled. Again, Tippermantle Mary putting the pressure on, but illegally this time, according to the umpire, and a push in the back is the decision, and Kennedy McNamara takes the free kick. Just struggling to get away from here as it's punched forward again. At a chance at ground level for Tiwi. It's picked up by Rosie Wilson. Got it back to Smith. Smith ploughed into the back of us. She kicks long, but the mark's taken at the top of the goal square anyway. And again, it's Hilda Maureen standing strong up forward. And just took what was a terrific, strong contested mark. No, it's not Hilda Maureen. I've got that one wrong again. It's Jelena Tipping-Woody. So Tipping-Woody a chance from only about 15 metres out directly in front. Pretty casual off a step. And she's missed, hit the goalpost on the left-hand side. And you can see she's a bit disappointed with that one. So a real chance gone missing there.
Yeah, that nearly would have sealed it up, I think, Stewie, the way the goals have come today.
So James goes to the outer side of the ground. The pass is good, finds her teammate McNamara. She's looking to move the ball quickly through the centre of the ground, but not the best of kicks. The mark was spilt there by John Forrest. Gives PINT a chance in close, but just trying to force it out into some space. Eventually it does come out, and the quick kick goes forward for Tiwi, inside 50 again, under some pressure. The hand pass comes out. Here's a chance, a swing at goal from Kathleen Cunningham, but couldn't bring that one back far enough, and just behind once again. But they're peppering. They've scored 5 behinds this quarter, while the PINT have added 2 behinds.
Yeah, that hard work, that opportunity there came from Sarah Darcy again.
Claire Nolan brings it into the outer side of the ground, but just touched over the boundary line, and it'll be a boundary throw in again inside forward 50 for Tiwi, kicking to the airport end in this third quarter.
Be interesting to see what Tiwi can do here, though. They certainly want a bit of footy.
Well, the hit out comes to McNamara. She thumps it away down to the middle of the ground. Darcy's in there for Tiwi. Couldn't take the mark this time, and it's pretty tough work at ground level as PINT looking to break away, but weren't able to do so. The Tiwi pressure has been terrific all day, and this kick comes forward. Now hacked away off the ground as PINT try to bring it out. It's Sarah Singh down there who forced it forward, but it's turned around again, and Tiwi going inside 50. PINT well set up as it's trapped nicely by Zoe Clark. Clark gets a kick forward, goes over the head of Grundon, her target, taken by James. She got the hand pass up. McWhinney forces it forward back to James. Inboard to Grundon. She's tackled as soon as she took possession of the ball, and it spills out play on it is as Hewitt picks it up at ground level. Her kick's smothered by John Forrest, and the siren goes to end this third quarter. Again, a goalless quarter, but the football's been terrific, Darren, and Tiwi have just pressed their advantage a bit, stretched that lead out to 11 points.
They have. Points have been putting themselves under enormous amounts of pressure, just not moving the ball into clear space and getting it moving it forward. Just trapping themselves, and then Tiwi's just been able to keep the pressure on the whole game, Stewie.
Yeah, that's right. They would have liked a goal or two when they had the opportunities there, but wasn't to be. But nevertheless, they go into three-quarter time with a handy lead. So it's Tiwi by 11 points over PINT at three-quarter time. We'll be back with the final quarter shortly.
We're for being in it together. Like Danny's team. She'll be captain next year.
For real?
For real! Or like this couple, celebrating their anniversary.
29 years today.
30?
Whoops, awkward. Well, congrats either way. And Sarah. She loves walking at East Point every Saturday with her besties.
Keep up.
I'm trying, Sarah. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Kazali's Palmerston, where you're always welcome. Our cafe is the perfect place to unwind while the kids let loose in our fully supervised kids club. From our weekly lunch deals to nightly dinner specials, great steak, schnitzels, all your favourite pub classics and modern Asian cuisine. A great selection of drinks, tasty meals, a bit of friendly competition and the best sport. Kazali's has got you sorted. Check out what's happening at kazalisnt.com.au.
Are you ready to beat the coach?
This ain't no regular thing. King for the ring, you know what I mean. I shoot my shot in this thing. This for my city, yeah, this for my team.
Play now at supercoach.com.au.
You know Territorians are a hardy bunch. Hats off to you. Whether you're new or you've been here forever, we know what the weather can throw at us. That's why TIO Home Insurance covers your home for cyclone, storm surge and flood. It's good to know. And with the only contact centre, claims team and assessors based in the Territory, we're here when you need us most. TIO, we're for Territorians.
Bring it up, up.
top-end footy is back. It's fast, tough and a pure display of territory passion. From the heat of the day to the electricity of the night games, every clash is fierce. Each moment better than the last.
Go! They're into front!
This is our game, our way. Top-end footy. Nothing comes close.
Back here, Stewie with Tiwi points on to the fourth quarter. Tiwi in front by 11 points.
Yeah, we've got a terrific game on our hands. PINT obviously came into the game hot favourites, top of the table with a massive percentage we were talking about in the break, and they've really struggled today too. We've put the pressure on. They've had numbers around the ball. Their tackling's been terrific, and PINT have just had no time and space to use the ball whatsoever. So they've thrown players around a bit in the third quarter to try things differently, but again, Tiwi almost had their most dominant quarter of the game in that third quarter, although they couldn't get goals on the board, but certainly threatening the scoreboard with 5 behinds in that quarter, and PINT scored 2. So PINT still with the work to do in this final 15 minutes of this game, and big Sarah King, who's been terrific in the ruck for Tiwi today, is up against Jazz Hewitt once again. Hewitt leaps over the top, it falls into the hands of McNamara for PINT, who wins the first clearance down towards half forward, beautifully picked up on the run by Sophie Casey, who's had some sort of game across half back today. She gets it back again, chips it into the middle of the ground, the mark not quite taken by Tippamanta Mary, but she recovers well, gets a long hand pass forward looking for Coombs. Coombs controls it at ground level, eventually gets it back to Tippamanta Mary. She's off and running now, chips it inside forward 50, out in space. Out there is Tipping Woody trying to control the ball at ground level. She lays the tackle in the end as PINT scramble it out of their back half, and Kathleen Cunningham at ground level taps it to the advantage of Smith. Smith hand passes back inboard looking for Cunningham once again, but Zoe McWhinney does well at ground level to pick it up and get the hand pass backwards so that PINT can clear it out of their defensive half. But it almost looks like it's going to come straight back in as Tassone gets a kick off the ground inboard, but Steph Lawrence picks it up for PINT, kicks forward. It's a really open forward line here as the ball gets over the top. Running onto it was Kraft for PINT, but Tiwi again working back desperately at half back, just trying to hold up that Tiwi forward push, the PINT forward push, and they do once again. They've just wrestled the ball almost up to the centre of the ground, but Jazz Hewitt picks up, swings it long, inside forward 50, again off target, beautifully read in defence, and Tiwi will settle and look to rebound once again as the long kick comes out towards the boundary line. Just couldn't be controlled there, and coming in, Pinnock tried to keep it in play with the kick around the corner, but she stepped over the line before she got boot to the ball, so it'll be a boundary throw in.
First 2 minutes in, Stu, PINTs have put a bit of pressure on here onto Tiwi, but the back 6 of Tiwi are holding on very well. They've worked great all day.
So from the throw in, King got a hand to the ball. PINT trying to work it forward at ground level. McNamara dives on top of it, then gets tackled. She gets a hand pass into space. Smith going back, coming in strongly over the top. A free kick that wasn't paid against Pinnock. Play on's the call again, and eventually we'll have another stoppage, this time just inside the forward 50 area for PINT. Hewitt comes in, wins a hit out down to McNamara. She kicks it in towards the goal. It's picked up, but again, good pressure. Sees the ball spill out. Steph Lawrence at ground level has a chance. She's surrounded by Tiwi players. Zoe McWhinney down there at the top of the goal square, trying to find a bit of space. Picks up, kicks it into the goal square. It's going close to the line, but what a terrific defensive mark that was, taken by Kimberly Stacey right in the goal square in front of the line, but her kick out isn't the best, and it's gone straight down the throat of Kennedy McNamara here. Jazz Hewitt just trying to find some space going forward. McNamara taking plenty of time. She'll either kick for goal or wait for something to open up for her, but Kennedy McNamara, I've been really impressed with her game today as well. She's got a chance for PINT. Oh, there's a 50-metre penalty being paid here. The kick was off the side of the boot and out of bounds, but the player on the mark was just moving around too much, so this will be a certain goal for PINT. She'll be taken right to the goal line, and Kennedy McNamara will kick PINT's first goal of the game and the first goal of the final quarter, and that really will tighten things up.
That was a unlucky decision there for Tiwi. That actually, her kick off the boot originally took it out of field, so with the 50-metre penalty, very unlucky.
Yeah, it was, but they're the rules of the game, and so PINT with the first goal on the board in this final quarter just squeeze that margin back to 5 points as we tick past 4 minutes, and it really tightens things up and puts the pressure back on Tiwi.
Yeah, but Pints have looked a lot more energetic here in the first in 5 minutes of this quarter, and now putting pressure back on Tiwi. It'll be interesting to see how Tiwi can respond to this now.
So back in the middle of the ground, Hewitt again jumps over the top, wins the ball herself, hand passes forward, but again it's Tiwi across the back, just trying to work it forward. Hewitt again involved, picks up, swings around, looking for something forward, chips it out wide. That's a well-directed kick, and finds her teammate Blake. Blake wasted no time, just took the mark and kept running. It's out in front of Lawrence now. Coming across defensively was Sophie Casey for Tiwi, and sees the ball out of bounds for a throw-in. So yeah, it's been all Pint in their forward half so far in this final quarter, and Tiwi really under pressure.
Yeah, Jazzy Hewitt's picked it up in the ruck, and she's starting to dominate now in this last quarter.
At ground level, McWhinney picks up, her kick's smothered and ricochets over the boundary line, and another throw in the same place.
Those girls in the back six there are working extra hard now. Pint's got the voice up.
We got plenty of numbers back, but they're matched by their Pint opponents. As quick kick forward is chopped off, it comes out the back to McWhinney. She can't bring that one back, and her kick goes out of bounds on the full in the forward pocket, and it'll be Tiwi to bring it back into play. Oh, in front, McNamara takes the mark. She thinks about the hand pass, gives it in the end to Hewitt, running forward close to the boundary line. Her kick also is not coming back, and that floats out of bounds on the full. And Rhiannon Bush will go back and retrieve the ball and bring it in once again.
Very lucky there, Tiwi. Jazzy Hewitt just couldn't curl the ball around enough to score.
Bush going short and finds Sarah Darcy. Darcy looks ahead, but there's plenty of green and gold in front of her. She goes long, trying to get it over the top of Hewitt, who's backing back with the ball. Couldn't get hands to it. A quick kick inboard from Lily Gill into space gives Pint a chance to run onto it. McWhinney works really hard at ground level, does well. The kick comes out wide. They've got players on the outside. This time the mark's taken by Griffiths. Gives it off to McNamara. Kicks it high towards the goal square, reaching over the top. Mark almost taken, but no, not in the end. And Tiwi again trying to apply the pressure. It spills to Hewitt this time. She has a kick towards goal, but parked behind the ball was Bush once again. She takes the mark and now takes off straight away, kicks straight down the middle of the ground, where King is in good position but can't hold on to the mark. She gets it to the advantage of a teammate in the end, but they're under pressure at half forward. Hewitt's involved again, picks up, swings the ball out wide, and McNamara. It's the Hewitt and McNamara show at the moment in this final quarter for Pint, as McNamara takes the mark. She's got a leading player looking for Kraft down there out in front, and she takes the mark. Out in front, takes the mark about 20 metres out, almost directly in front. That was terrific team football from Pint, and as I said, Hewitt and McNamara have been unbelievable so far in this final quarter, and the big target up forward, Brooklyn Kraft, has a chance to put Pint in front. Kick on the way, looks like it's good. It's got just enough on it, and they celebrate as they should, and Pint get themselves in front. So Tiwi, having led for virtually the whole game, find themselves behind at the 8.5-minute mark of this final quarter, and now the job's ahead of them to get the ball forward, which they haven't been able to do at all in this last quarter, Darren.
No, the Jazzy Hewitt show started, and she started to work that ball out of the centre, and then working on the ball so hard that she's pretty well known for, as we know, Stu.
So it's a 1-point margin, 9 minutes into this final quarter. Pint have edged their way in front with a couple of goals. And now Tiwi looking to rebound, but Hewitt just jumping over the top now, and got the hit out forward, and then recovered her own ball, as we often see. She got the hand pass out wide, but it's McWhinney trying to control it at ground level. good defensive work by Tiwi again and force a stoppage.
A 1 point game here, Stu. We've got 6 minutes to go. 1 point, anyone's game at this point.
Absolutely, as King takes it out of the ruck, but spills to McQuinney here. That's almost a throw, and that's the
very
way
nice
it's been
throw.
called. And Jasmine Cunningham, it'll be for Tiwi to take the free kick. No one's hanging around to stay on the mark. So Cunningham plays on, has a bounce, hasn't got much to go to, so has another bounce, loops the hand pass over the top to John Forrest, puts her under pressure, and now PINT at ground level. That ball spills out in the tackle. Quick hand pass to the ground by John Forrest, but PINT come in numbers, and Steph Lawrence gets a long kick towards centre half forward. Coming over the top was Kraft, got the hand pass forward. Maxwell at ground level tries to control it now, pushes it out to the advantage of Darcy. Darcy thumps it out of the danger area along the wing where she's got her teammate Jasmine Cunningham. She swings the ball back inboard, but that's not the best place to kick it because Jazz Hewitt was just lurking there, and she just gobbles that one up and now steadies things up for PINT. She goes long inside forward 50, looking for McQuinney, goes over her head. The Tiwi players almost running up and down on the spot at the moment. They've worked so hard today, and we've got a stoppage inside forward 50. So a point the difference. I've just been told that if Tiwi can win this game, it would be their first ever win over PINT in the Women's Premier League. So be some sort of achievement, but starting to look doubtful now as PINT starting to take control. Steph Lawrence gets the kick inside forward 50. Good pressure again on Alex Duff, and it'll be a stoppage once again. Good work from Rhiannon Bush, but Tiwi needed at the other end of the ground as Kraft in front gets it down. Here's a chance for PINT again on the left boot. The kick comes in. It looks like another goal. It is. It's Sarah Singh this time. So Tiwi just weren't organised around that stoppage at all, and the hit out came out, and Singh pounced on it and put it through for PINT's third goal of the quarter.
Yeah, they've certainly looked a lot more polished in this fourth quarter. It took them a long time to find the polish, but they've found it, and now starting to get on top.
Yeah, 7 point margin with, what's that, about 3.5 minutes to go. So it's starting to look like a difficult task for Tiwi, but they just got the ball back in the centre of the ground, of course, with this stoppage, and need to get their hands on the ball and win the clearance to give themselves a chance.
The young lady standing in the ruck needs to win this.
She does, but Hewitt wins it at ground level. It looks like a high tackle. That's the way it's going to be paid. So Hewitt, with plenty of experience, takes her time now, looking for something out wide, and just runs off with a bounce, calling for players to lead towards her, and forgot about the player coming towards her. Got a hand pass forward. That kick from Taylor Hill was smothered, and Tiwi with a chance at ground level. That's a strong tackle, wrapped up. No free kick. It'll be a ball up. That'll suit PINT at this stage.
It was a point win on that stoppage.
So Sarah King gets a hand to the ball. It's kicked forward by Rosie Wilson out into some space. Tiwi running onto it now, but PINT getting numbers in as well as it's picked up and hand passed out into space by Tipping Woody. Now she kicks forward inside forward 50. It's a pretty open forward line, but the Tiwi player Maureen lost her footing, and that allowed PINT to clear it away to the outer side of the ground. Grundon swoops in and picks it up at ground level, chips it over the top, looking to get it to the advantage of her teammate Nolan out there, but Tiwi force it forward again as the quick kick comes forward. Here's a chance. They're out in space. The chip over the top, but it's gone too far. The mark not taken. It's still, Tiwi still in with a chance as PINT working desperately in defence now. It's kicked away by Caldo, but at ground level, beautifully done by King, but her kick's smothered. And Steph Lawrence gets a kick forward. It's down towards the front edge of the square for Pint now as Darcy picks up. She's tackled as she tries to hand pass it forward. Dives in on the tackle. Picked up by Kraft now. She finds some space. It's a one-on-one inside forward 50. Almost holding down there. Play on's the call. It's no, it's not. The free kick's been found. It's going to go Tiwi's way. It certainly looked like it was holding. It's going to go to Rhiannon Bush. She needs to move the ball quickly from here. She's got players down the wing. Will the bounce favour them? McNamara comes in strongly, bats it forward and then gets a toe poke and follows up herself. Gets a hand pass out the back to Hewitt, who is lurking by herself. Chips in right side forward 50. A beautiful pass and the mark taken here by Alex Duff. She had something inside that she liked. The kick wasn't the best, and now Tiwi trying to work it out as Maxwell at ground level just can't get it clear. And the umpire giving them plenty of time to try and get it out, but they just can't, unfortunately, and it will be a ball up as the siren goes to end the game. And wow, what a game of football we've had. Tiwi looked to be in control going into three-quarter time, but Pint just produced something special in that last quarter to kick their only 3 goals of the game, the last 3 of the game, and really it was on the back of Jazz Hewitt mainly, but Kennedy McNamara as well, and Brooklyn Kraft stood tall in the forward line, does.
Yeah, Jazzy Hewitt, she knows when to turn it on and start to play some footy, and she started to dominate out of the centre, and once they got ball, they were pretty good. The back 6 of Tiwi held up not too bad. I thought they were pretty good all day.
Yeah, they were. So goal scorers in the game were for Pint, Kennedy McNamara, Brooklyn Kraft and Sarah Singh, and for Tiwi, both of their goals in that first quarter, of course, Tanisha John Forrest and Hilda Maureen with that booming torpedo punt. Some of the better players, I thought, Jazz Hewitt really worked her way into the game and dominated in the end. Kennedy McNamara, I thought, was terrific all day. Zoe Clark across halfback and Eilish Grundon were pretty good, and Brooklyn Kraft was a threat up forward all day. And for Tiwi, Sarah Darcy, clearly their best. She was outstanding. Sarah King in the ruck just got a bit tired in the end, I think. Kate Maxwell at halfback and Sophie Casey and Maria Tippermantameri and Tanisha John Forrest were busy around the ground, but a brave effort from Tiwi, but in the end just a bit too much class from Pint. Darryl.
Yeah, very much so. A little bit too much class and experience there. Very polished side points, and just got over the top of them in the last quarter there, Stu.
Yeah, that's right. So we hope you've enjoyed the game and enjoyed the broadcast. It's been fantastic to bring it to you. Of course, don't forget, plenty more football from the NTFL this weekend, including the big game at Gardens Oval in the Men's Premier League. Darren with Dane Swan
taking on Palmerston.
Giving us a guest appearance in NTFL. I'm sure there'll be a big crowd there, and of course you can see it live on AFL NT and Community TV. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage, and we'll be back later.